Welcome to Lobo Live. I'm Madison Irwin.
And I'm Brooke Webster.
And we're here with UNM head coach Heather Dyke.
Yes, you are.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. Madison, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
So our first question is, how does it feel to represent your home state again?
That's a great question. I'm really proud to represent my home state. I'm very proud to be from New Mexico. I love it here. And so I think it's a really cool thing. I think it's a really unique thing that I get to coach in my home state, like coach in my hometown where I'm from. And plus I get to live in a place where my family is, and it's pretty special thing.
Get to see them often?
I get to see them every day, yeah, as much as I can.
Would you like your niece Harper to one day be a Lobo?
Absolutely. Harper already is a Lobo.
She's
got more gear than I do.
Okay, well, speaking of coaching, who or what would you attribute your coaching abilities to?
Oof. Good question, Brooke.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think some of my coaches that I had when I was a player are the people that inspired me to play. And actually one of them was Don Flanagan, who was the basketball coach here. He was my coach in high school. But I felt like he demanded a lot out of me as a person. And then basketball is kind of secondary, and he made me grow up a lot. So I felt like that environment and those people were the people that motivated me to try to do this and do what I get to do. And then I have a lot of great mentors that I coach with right now. Like I get to work with Jill Ellis and Leslie Gallimore and people that are pretty incredible. So I watch them coach and it makes me want to be better.
Did you enjoy playing basketball or soccer more?
I liked both a lot, actually, but I always felt like the gym was a little bit too much for me.
Too stuffy?
Too stuffy. I wanted to be outside, and I don't know, I just always, I felt like I was always a soccer player that played basketball, but I loved basketball too.
What is your favorite part about coaching?
My favorite part about coaching is, are you ready for my answer? My favorite part about coaching is getting to be with you guys. I think it's a really cool thing to I know it's touching. I warned you. But I think it's really cool to see the difference between when people come in as a freshman and when they leave here as a senior. It's incredible. And I think that we get to be a part of that in some way is a pretty cool thing. So that's my favorite part of it, is being around players.
And what do you think is the key component to a great soccer player? Not just good, but great.
Good question. I think mental toughness is the key to being a great soccer player, because I think the physical ability a lot of people have, but they don't know how to apply that to the game. So I think players that are kind of mentally tough and have a lot of grit and don't let things affect them tend to be the players that are the most impactful in games.
Well, you mentioned that Jill Ellis is one of your mentors. How was it getting to be in Rio with her and with the national team? What was that experience like? Yeah,
I mean, my role was more of a scout for the event, so I wasn't necessarily with the team as much as one day I hope to be. But I think anytime that you're around Jill and her staff and Dave Chesler, who's another big mentor of mine, who was the lead scout for the event, those people, you see what they do and the intensity that they put into what they do and the detail and the professionalism, and I think all those things get me out of my comfort zone. So they prevent you from being complacent. I think if you become complacent as a coach, you lose your ability to coach. You have to know what the modern game is. You have to know your athletes. You have to know how to push people. You have to know what the next step is, because the game's always changing. So I think that really, hopefully, helped me to grow as a coach.
So last night we did some research on you, and we learned that you've had 11 surgeries, and we wanted to know how that has molded you as a player and a coach, and your mentality.
It's the reason I walk a little bit slower than the rest of people.
Old Faithful, though.
Yeah, Old Faithful still kicking. I think actually that year, because I had 7 surgeries in 1 year.
And they were all on your ankle?
Yeah.
Just one ankle?
No, well, my ankle, and then I broke my 5th metatarsal, and I broke my nose. And
oh, I've broken my 5th metatarsal.
Yeah, hey.
It's a pain.
Yeah. No wonder we get along so well.
I know.
No, so I think that year was really interesting for me, because up until that point I had played every second of my life, and then all of a sudden I couldn't play for a long time. And I think I had to find out, like, you find out who you are outside of the game, because sometimes you think soccer is who you are. It's not. It's what you do. And I think that year I learned a lot about, I don't know, I grew up a lot. So looking back, it was a really good year, actually, because I found other things that I enjoyed doing, and coaching being one of them. But yeah, I would not do it again. It's a lot of surgeries. But I also think it just makes you realize how important the game is to you, and how important it is to, like, you realize the little things. It's not winning and losing. It's you actually get to play. And that became clear. The love of the game, for sure.
When we were talking the other day, I told you that soccer and life are synonymous, and you corrected me and said, no, just like you said, it's not who you are, it's what you do. But obviously soccer is extremely important to you in your life, like it's your livelihood. How would you describe your relationship to soccer? Because I feel like that's what it is, a relationship, you know?
Indeed. I think, well, I feel like the game has given so much to me, it's crazy. I mean, I played it my whole life. It paid for my education. I've traveled the world playing and coaching and teaching. All of my best friends have come from soccer. My livelihood is soccer. Like, I don't think there's been probably a week in my life where I'm not on a soccer field, my entire life. So I feel very, very fortunate that the game's given that to me, and I feel like it's my turn now to give back. So to try and, like, create those opportunities for my players and the people that I instruct in courses, and to, like, teach them the passion of the game, not just that it's a job, because I don't view it that way. I think it's a blessing, truthfully. So I think soccer's given me, I mean, everything in my life, really, you know, but I also realize that you have to take a step back from it. I don't like the whole, like, soccer's my life. No, it's not. It's not. It's a big part of who you are, but it is not who you are. It's what you do. So I think that's always a good, you can't let, like, a loss affect who you are as a person. You can't let a win affect who you are as a person. You have to be pretty clear about that without those things affecting it.
Have you always wanted to coach? Like, is that your dream job?
No, I never wanted to coach, actually. I never thought I would. I kind of, I played, and then I came back home, and then I started coaching, and I loved it. But no, I didn't know what I was gonna do.
Did you have a dream job?
For a while I thought it'd be cool to be a lawyer, but I'm not a lawyer. You have to dress too nice. This is my nice clothes. Yeah, this is my nice
put
clothes.
On your nice clothes.
I did. I got dressed up for you guys today.
Us too.
Yeah. No, I as soon as I started coaching, I knew that's what I wanted to do. Definitely.
Well, you're pretty good at it, so.
Thanks, Madison.
We're glad you started coaching.
Well, I'm glad I got to coach you guys.
So, upon further research, reading your Florida State bio,
We know a lot about you now.
we wanna get the wording right here, but I'm pretty sure Old Faithful was described as not only lethal, but with pinpoint accuracy in the box.
Old Faithful.
Yeah. So, do you have anything to say about your lethal weapon on the field, or what it is like?
Yeah,
what it was like?
You know, the legend of Old Faithful lives on. And it's a good thing, because it's all I have anymore. Because you can't run and you can't do anything else. So you have to hope that people still talk about one day you were good. No, because I had no left foot, so the right foot had to be good. My left foot was for standing on. But no, that's what I could do. I could kick far. I could kick far. I was good in the air.
With pinpoint accuracy.
With pinpoint accuracy, absolutely. Yeah.
What was your favorite college memory?
Ooh.
If you could pick one.
And you have to pick one.
Okay.
Inside or outside of soccer?
Honestly, I don't really remember, like, the games.
I know it was a really long time ago.
I know, it was a really long time ago. Ouch. I don't remember the games. Like, I really don't. I remember a couple losses that stung really bad. And I remember a couple wins that were huge. But really, I loved, like, we lived in a soccer house with all soccer players, and that's what I loved. Just the environment and being with your friends, and you don't get that back, you know? You get to wake up and be with your family and play a game that you love and go to school, and you don't get that back. So I missed that, and I loved that, and I had the coolest team ever at Florida State. A lot like you guys have right now.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky.
What advice would you give us as seniors being on the brink of going into the real world? What advice would you give us?
Follow your passion. Like, don't get caught doing something you don't want to do. Don't find a way to do what you love, even if that means that you're not rich or you're not, but do what you love. Follow your passion. That's what I would tell you. You're a lot happier if
Good
you do that.
advice.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Okay.
Gotta figure out what my passion is.
Perfect.
I think that's all I got.
That's all I got. Thanks for
Yeah,
coming out
thanks.
with us, Heather.
Thanks for being such good interviewers.
Thank you.